Well, at this time, we'd like to welcome our viewers on Amery Cable TV, Channel 27 Sports, Steve Hagan, your cameraman tonight. And as we mentioned that, we have been saying a few good things about these two teams already. The Amery Warriors in third place in the Middle Border Conference, behind the Richmond at 9-0, and the Bloomer Blackhawks at 6-2, Amery at 5-3, Durand at 4-4, and then the Blackhawks at 5-5. Now, we'll talk about that, or try to digest that, or decipher that later on. The Blackhawks overall 5-10, so all of their wins coming in conference play, and they come off a big win, 59-58 over the Ellsworth Panthers, and so they're ready to go here on their home court. We mentioned the fact Gabe Brotzel leading the conference in scoring, averaging 15.4, and Sean Tim for the Blackhawks in fourth place at 12.1. The last time these two teams met, 68-56, the final, Amery winning at home. And let's take a quick look here. Leading the way that night, Gabe Brotzel, a good evening, 26 points leading the Amery attack. And the best man for the Blackhawks was Scott Peavy, a starter tonight, and he poured in 14 points. He was followed by Sean Tim with 12. So again, we should, the height advantage will go to the Amery Warriors, of course, but the Blackhawks, this atmosphere, as we mentioned a moment ago, conducive to their style of play, and Coach Gaffinoy, I'm sure, thinking his team is ready, and they would like nothing better than to win this one tonight and keep things rolling for them in the Middle Border Conference. Well, we await the national anthem here, and as they are going to play that, let's go back now and take this 1-minute timeout. By the way, as we welcome you back, everyone, the music provided by the junior high school, not the high school, but the junior high, and a job well done. The starters being introduced to the fans in attendance, and our camera will pick them up. Let's move to Mike Jensen quickly. What happened as far as the JV game is concerned?
A very exciting up and down the court game with the Baldwin Amery JV. Amery was victorious 56-48. Again, 56-48. The score was a lot closer all the way through, except Amery pulled away with some key free throws and some easy baskets and some good plays at the end to come out with a good, hard-fought victory.
Very good, Mike Jensen. Marcus Wilhelm taking to center court at a guard position for the Amery Warriors, a 5'10" junior wearing number 32. Number 34, Gabe Brotzel at 6'3", a senior, the other guard for Amery. Number 40, Matt Koppinger at 6'1", a junior. Number 54, Jake Ginter at 6'2", a senior. And the big guy inside, number 55, Scott Jensen at 6'7", a senior. So Wilhelm, Brotzel, Koppinger, Ginter, and Jensen. No change there as far as the Amery Warriors are concerned. Now the Blackhawks will be introduced. The first man out, number 4, Sean Tim, at 6 foot, a freshman. Brian Rich, number 10, the 6'1" senior. Matt DeVos, number 11, a 5'11" senior. Junior forward Scott Peavy. Scott Peavy, number 32, a 6'1" junior. Brad Nadeau, number 44, at center. So again, it will be Sean Tim, Brian Reach, Matt Devos, Scott Peavy, and Brian Nadeau. We had a little mix-up in the program, and we almost got caught with one there. We thought Mike Van Riper was number 44. That's not the case. He's 45, is listed on the program. And somehow, Brian Nadeau got left off. But he is a starter wearing number 44. He will step in against Scott the House Jensen. And we are moments away from tip-off here at Baldwin. Glad to have you along on WXCE Radio Sports. Phil Haig along with Ray Orsted and Mike Jensen. The tip controlled into the backcourt, chased down by Brotzel, given off to Wilhelm across on the left side, underway here from Baldwin. And traveling called on Marcus Wilhelm as he comes across and pulls up top of the key. They say he was dragging his left foot. Wow, what a contrast between high school basketball and pro.
I suppose you can take your suitcase and still go up and down the floor with it.
As you mentioned that, the Blackhawks will bring her across for the first time. Coming to the near side, it was Devo. Giving off on the near side. Devo has it now, rather. They whip it around the perimeter, go to the far side as Brian Reach driving the baseline. He dished off underneath, and we've got a foul on the big guy. As Nadu challenged the big guy underneath, and it was Jensen committing himself and picking up the first foul in the contest.
Interesting call because Nadu was definitely under the basket and had to kind of block into Scott to get on the other side to get the ball up, but they called the foul on Scott, so there's number one.
A shooting violation. That will put Nadu at the line, and he'll be shooting a couple. Just underway from the Blackhawks gymnasium, where the first free throw of the evening is short off the front of the rim and right back to Brian Nadu. So he will try it again. Well, I'll tell you, this is a nice atmosphere to be working from, isn't it, Ray? It just seems like you're just right down there on the floor. The second one is good, and so the Blackhawks with the early lead 1-0. Full court pressure put on by the Blackhawks, and Koppinger whips her into the front court to, on the far side, Brotzel trying to hit Ginter down low, and they almost got an easy one, but somebody recovered quickly for the Blackhawks. Number 4, Sean Tim, got down there, knocked it out of bounds, and it will be Amery from the baseline. Wilhelm to throw it in. Out on top, it goes to Brotzel, right side of the key. Back to the corner to Wilhelm. He is guarded closely by Reach. Now to Ginter on the baseline. Hey, he needs help. Out on top, they go to Brotzel. Three-point range cannot go. Top of the key, near side to Wilhelm. Back to Brotzel, left side. Guarded very closely by Reach. Inside to go to the big guy. Baseline shot put up and good by Jensen. And Amery leads at 2-1. Full court pressure now by the Amery Warriors. In the backcourt, it will be Brian Reach to bring it down against Brotzel. Races across on the right side. Pulls up, comes near side to Nadu. He's at the post on the left side, guarded by Jensen. Right side to go to Peavy. Down to the baseline, a drive, and a shot put up off the glass, and no good. The rebound, pulled down, and put up by Nadu. And the Blackhawks lead it by 1, 3-2. Full court pressure by the Blackhawks. Amery breaks it easily. Comes to the near side in the front court to Ginter. Jake with his hands on the basketball. Out on top, they go to Wilhelm. Fakes going left. Now he will do so to Brotzel. Guarded very closely by Devos, I beg your pardon. Out on top, it is Wilhelm near the timeline on the left side of the court. He dribbles toward the top of the key. Pushed back out of there. Pulls up, goes left side to Koppinger. In the lane, it's Ginter. Bounce pass to the baseline to the big guy. The house cannot go. Gets stripped of the basketball. It's lost on the baseline. Peavy had it out of his hands and out of bounds to Amery on their own baseline. So with 6:15 to go, this is the first quarter. It is 3-2, Baldwin by 1. Wilhelm will throw it in. Looking at the big guy, cannot go. Out on top, he goes to Koppinger on the left side. Matt with a dribble. Top of the key, right side, Brotzel. Left alone, three-point attempt on the way. No good rebound. Pulled down by Peavy. The Blackhawks have the basketball. Into the front court quickly. On the near side, it is Devos. Given off to Nadu. Top of the key, that is Reach. Brian Reach. Near side to go. And that again is Devos. Boy, I'll have trouble with that all night long. And a nice drive down the baseline by Sean Tim. He got there, put it up, it's good. And the Blackhawks lead it now 5-2. Amery breaking the full court pressure easily. Into the front court, Ginter again. They brought it down the same way. The ball tipped, picked up by Wilhelm. He moves to the top of the key, goes left side, Koppinger. Alley-oops, right side, Brotzel. He'll drive toward the baseline, cannot get there, but a foul called on Reach. Number 1 on Brian Reach, the 6'1" senior, and Amery will have it from the baseline. The second team foul, or check that. The first team foul on the Blackhawks, and Amery will have it from this side of the hoop. Wilhelm set to throw it in. The 5'10" junior guard. Inbound pass, let's see. Near side to Koppinger. To Ginter on the baseline. Back to Matt Koppinger. A left side to go to Wilhelm. He holds on against Devos. Comes near side, he threw it away. Tried to go to Brotzel. He moved out of the play. A turnover on the Amery Warriors, and the Blackhawks will have the basketball.
Blackhawks doing a good job here on defense so far, and really bottling up the Warriors, not giving them anything under the basket, making them play on the perimeter, and that's not our game.
Good point, Ray, and well, I'll tell you, it is boxed up inside. Here, the Blackhawks have it in the near side. Tim will try it for three, no good. Rebound tipped out of it, picked up by Koppinger. He races into the front court, cut off by Tim. Goes far corner to Wilhelm. Did well to hang on to the basketball. Out to Brotzel. Gets in the lane, tried the shot. No good, but a foul called out near the post. It'll go against the Blackhawks. Sean Tim called for the first time tonight.
Well, the Warriors are going to have to get some penetration like that. We've got to, get around the man and get in those lanes and take those jumpers.
As you mentioned, that Brotzel will step in for the first time tonight. 5-2, the Blackhawks by 3. And Brotzel has a chance to nibble away at that lead. The first one off the front of the rim and no good. So Brotzel missing on the front end of his first free throw attempt. He will try it again. Gabe Brotzel, the 6'3" senior from Amery, leading the conference in scoring. The second one is perfect. So now we're looking at a 2-point game, 5-3. Amery with some full court pressure. Peavy takes the inbound pass. He will give off to Devos. And Devos across from the near side. Right side, they go to Reach. Brian with the basketball. Top of the key near side. Giving off to Tim. Looking in. Bounce pass right side to Peavy. And we've got a whistle down low. And 3 seconds called on Nadeau or Tim, one of the two. And it will be a turnover on the Blackhawks. Amery will have the basketball back. Brotzel will throw it in. It goes to Wilhelm. Back to Brotzel. Some light pressure in the backcourt. Amery breaks it easily. And it's Koppinger across on the left side. Alley-oops near side to Brotzel. Driving down low. Tries a 5-footer. No good rebound. Pulled down by the big guy. Puts it up off the glass, and it's good. Jensen scores for the second time.
Good strong rebound by Scott that time. Got the rebound and went back up and put it up there. So.
And now we've got a backcourt foul called on Koppinger as Tim raced down the middle. And Matt kind of got tied up there. They call him for a body check. That'll be his first in the ball game. Second team foul on Amery. And the Blackhawks from across the way. Reach will throw it in. Or check that. Devos will throw it in. Goes to Tim. Picked up by Koppinger in the front court. Near side they come. That is Devos. At the post, right side they go to Reach. Brian Reach with the basketball for Baldwin Woodville. Guarded closely by Brotzel. Now they come near side to Scott Peavy. Down low, Tim there will try the shot. Good. Nice play by the Blackhawks. Well, Koppinger was there but did not challenge him. And it's now 7-5. The Blackhawks by a couple. Amery into the front court quickly. Brotzel out high. Comes near side to Wilhelm. He was left alone momentarily. Gives off to Ginter on the baseline near the corner. Looking at the big guy. Back out on top to go to Wilhelm. He's looking at the paint. Nobody there. Left side, they go to Brotzel. Far corner, Koppinger. Here's Wilhelm alone by himself. They can't get him the basketball on the near side. Koppinger almost lost it. Brotzel. Back to Koppinger. Well, they got the whole team on the far side over there. And finally, a foul called. It'll go against Matt Devos. That'll be the third team foul on the Blackhawks. Boy, I'll tell you, this crowd is really into this one right from the start here.
Especially the couple of fans on the right side of us over here.
Number 14 checking in. That is Gary Hansen for the Blackhawks. And Amery will substitute as well as Matt Lindee and Fredrickson. Maya Fredrickson are in there for the first time. Near side they go to Fredrickson after the inbound to Lindee. Back the other way to Koppinger. Matt drives to the post. Pulls up there, goes to Fredrickson down low to Brotzel. A baseline jump shot, no good. Rebound pulled away by Koppinger. Cleared out to Lindee. 3-point attempt, no good. And the rebound handled by Hansen. Into the front court quickly to Tim. Driving the near side, pulls up in the paint. The shot, no good. The rebound nicely done by the big guy. And a foul called on Nadeau as Jensen came down with a clean rebound. Nadeau picks up number 1.
I got to give credit to these officials. They're really they're trying to call them pretty tight anyway to start with, and I think that's the way you have to call them in this particular gym, or it gets out of control.
Definitely so. Inbound pass. Brotzel goes to Koppinger. He's double teamed. Tried to get by him and lost control on the far side. Well, they tried to high step by the trap on the far side and just lost control. The ball actually bounced off his hip, went out of bounds, and the Blackhawks will have it from across the way. 2:56 to go, and this is the first quarter. The Blackhawks by a couple, 7-5. They have the basketball as Brian Reach will bring it down. Number 10. Picked up by Brotzel, almost lost it. Gives off to Nadeau. On a give and go down low. They went to Tim. He's out of bounds on the baseline. It'll be Amery basketball.
Miss Tim, for a freshman, is really a good ball player. You can tell that they're definitely trying to set him up and go to him.
No doubt about it. He moves well out there. A lot of confidence and a seasoned ball player already. As you mentioned that now. The Warriors into the front court. Maya Fredrickson on the near side with the basketball. Out on top they go to Lindee. To Koppinger. He drives in, fakes, now scoots through the defense, put it up off the glass and good. And I don't know how many can do that, but Matt Koppinger can do it. As Ginter and Wilhelm will get ready to come back in. It's tied now 7-7. 2:20 to go. The Blackhawks in the front court. On the far side, Reach goes back to the corner. Peavy thought about shooting, scoots in the baseline, tried the shot, good. And we got a foul. Yes, we do. So Peavy scores for the first time here. And the foul against one of the Amery Warriors. And apparently, Gabe Brotzel picks up number 1.
Trying to reach in and get him over the top there with that one. But that move that you saw Koppinger with, that's one of the moves that you're teaching your team, isn't it? You know, all good coaches can demonstrate that one to them.
Well, that's right, yeah. I remember watching Dewey Wolden play basketball, and I'll just do his reflections, and they'll learn quickly.
Yes, and I'm sure he was good with that basketball, too.
No doubt about it. At the line, by the way, Peavy does not complete the three-point play, but Ginter cannot handle the rebound. They will give it to Amery anyway. Apparently, they called it off of Breach or off of Gary Hansen. It'll be Amery's basketball. Inbound pass, Koppinger. Fredrickson bounces once. Alley-oops to Koppinger. Whips her into the front court to Lindee. Ginter was wide open. They could not go to him. Fredrickson on the near side. Near corner. That's Ginter. Almost walked with the basketball. Gives off to Fredrickson on top. Lindee. Left side to go to Wilhelm. Three-point attempt on the way is good. I was going to say it looked a little bit hard, but it came down and went through. And now Amery leads at 10-9. The first three-pointer of the contest. John Tim races into the front court for the Blackhawks. Amery with a 1-point lead. They go to Nadeau near corner. Bryan with the basketball. Ginter guarding him, and we got some shoving going on. They will call Wilhelm for trying to move Brian Reach out of the way. And Marcus will pick up foul number 1, the 4th team foul on the Amery Warriors. And number 25 will be coming in. That's Jesse Berg, the 6-foot junior for the Blackhawks. Blackhawks ball from the baseline. Berg to Tim. To Reach. Out on top. They go to Hansen. Gary with the basketball. Right side to Nadeau. Nadeau guarded closely by Wilhelm. Out on top they go. That's Brian Reach again. Out near the timeline with 1:19 to go in the quarter. Amery leading 10-9. On top, Reach will try it for 3. No good. Rebound ricochets to the far side. Picked up by Lindee. The Blackhawks ball back. Amery races into the front court. Lindee, top of the key. Goes left side to Wilhelm. He's looking. Out on top, it's Koppinger. Near side, Fredrickson. Well, they're on him. His shooting percentage from the outside real good. To Lindee, far corner. Guarded very closely by Berg. Now inside to go to Ginter. On top, Fredrickson. He'll try it for 3. No good. Rebound. Puck foot tipped around. Pulled away by Ginter. Ginter lost it. Tipped out of his hands and picked up by Tim before he gets down there. A foul, probably on Matt Lindee. No, it's going to be Maya Fredrickson called for the foul, and that would be his first in the contest. Brotzel coming back in for the Amery Warriors. Koppinger will get a well-deserved rest, and Matt Devos back in there. Sean Tim will get a well-deserved rest for Baldwin Woodville. On the far side, it will be Devos to throw it in. And it goes to Berg. Jesse with the basketball. Gives off to Devos. Against Lindee, out on top of the basketball. Near side they go. That is Hansen. On top, Reach. Guarded by Lindee. Near side they go to Hansen. Back to Reach. Looking down low, goes right side, and we've got a foul on the far side over there. And apparently somebody doing some pushing over there. It could be Devos. Let's wait and see.
I think it's Jesse Berg, 25.
And your eyes are correct. Jesse Berg picks up number 1. So Amery gets the basketball back with 24.9 seconds to go. And against the full court pressure, they bring her down. Wilhelm far side does not go. Out on top, Lindee, near side, Brotzel. Looking at Fredrickson. 12 seconds to go. Lindee hangs on with the basketball out near the timeline at center court. Down to Wilhelm. They put the pressure on. He drives, tries a jump shot. Short rebound pulled down by Devos. Into the front court to Reach. His last second shot no good, and our first quarter score. The Amery Warriors 10, Baldwin Woodville 9. We're back in 1 minute. Phil Haig along with Ray Norstead. Mike Jensen will join us at halftime and during the postgame show.
He's just sitting back there and enjoying the game right now. What a rip.
Well, he's got a kid out there. You can't blame him for that, Ray. He's always accommodating. And now the Blackhawks with the possession to get things going in the second quarter. They have a tip that bounce down on the baseline as Jensen came over Nadeau. And fortunate to avoid a whistle there. They will throw it in from the baseline. It'll be Reach. Out on top they go to Hansen. Near side, that is Divas. To Reach, guarded closely by Wilhelm. Near side to Matt Divas. Left alone a little bit. And they will keep it on the perimeter. 10-9 Amery by 1. Now they go to Nadeau. Near side Divas. He'll try it for 3. It's good for 2. Divas hits for the first time. It's now 11-10. The Blackhawks by 1. After their full court pressure, Amery gets it across. They give off to Brotzel. Across the lane, Wilhelm far side. To the big guy on the baseline. Out to Brotzel. Left alone. Steps by the defense. Goes down the baseline and gets stripped by Hansen. Gary Hansen called for the first time tonight. That is the 6th team foul on the Baldwin Woodville Blackhawks. And Gabe Brotzel will step to the line for the second time. Gabe has been held to 1 point in this contest. Well, I don't know, Ray. What do you think? Are we underway yet, or are we just what's going on here? 11-10.
Well, it's just exactly like we thought it was going to be. It's just going to be kind of a dogfight here. Very close game, and we're going to have a lot of free throws as we look down the road here. We had a lot of fouls so far in that first quarter, and free throws are going to be all important here.
Yes, 7:15 to go in the half, and Brotzel made the first one, and he'll try for the second. On the way, and this one good as well. So give him 3 points, all coming from the free throw line. It's now 12-11. Amery by 1. They won the JV game, by the way. In the backcourt, Brotzel putting pressure on Brian Reach. He'll race across on the right side. Good ball handling. Now he loses it. A dive for it by Brotzel on the floor. He bounced pass to Wilhelm. Marcus races into the front court, picked up by Reach. Down to the top of the key, still with the ball. Down low, he tried to go to Ginter. A nice steal by Nadeau. Check that Hansen. As Hansen races into the front court, he is caught from behind by Brotzel, and Gabe is called for the foul. Well, the Warriors trying to get something going with the up-tempo game there. The Blackhawks with some good defense. They've had it all night long, take the ball back, and things just plain go awry as they bring her back down.
You're absolutely right there, Bill. We had a good chance to get a nice breakaway there, and Baldwin really tough on defense once again.
Inbound pass to Tim, goes down to the baseline, tries one off the glass, no good. Rebound tipped out, pulled away by Divas. In the lane to Nadeau, out on top they go to Reach. Brian Reach with the basketball. Comes near side, that's Gary Hansen. Down low, they got a man open. It is Tim, he cannot go. Tried to scoot it down the baseline to the near side to Nadeau, and it was not Tim, it was Reach. And the Blackhawks will have it from out of bounds on the baseline, this side of the hoop. 6:34 to go in the half. Inbound pass to Tim on the near side. He drives down, tries a 7-footer, no good. Rebound tipped around. Tim has it, and a foul on Ginter. Well, I hope he calls Jake, not because I want him to have a foul, but that's the way I saw it. Maybe I can get one right here.
Yeah, no, you're right. Good call.
Jake Ginter picks up number 1.
His first, team 7.
The 17th foul on the Amery Warriors, and he'll be at the line. The Amery Warriors leading 12-11. A 1-on-1 situation for Sean Tim, the 6-foot freshman. The first one on the way is in and out. Rebound tipped out, pulled away by Tim. Right into his hands. Right side to go to Brian Reach. Down to the corner. Nadeau left alone. Set shot on the way, no good. Rebound Tim. And a foul. Which way are they calling it here? Tim. They call Sean Tim for coming down on top of Koppinger. So a tough break for the Blackhawks there. And that'll be the 17th foul on them. Bring it down to the other end of the court. And it's going to be 1-1. Well, it's going to be a very emotional night throughout the course of this contest.
At least it's starting out that way. And I that particular call could have gone either way. There's no question about the fact that Koppinger was trying to block him out and was moving backwards at the same time, and he got the ball over the back. But
well, that's exactly what happened. But nonetheless, Koppinger at the line. He'll be shooting 1-on-1. The first one is on the way. It is going to be no good. The rebound comes down to Nadeau. The Blackhawks will bring her across. Right side, Gary Hansen into the front court, picked up by Ginter. Gives off the Reach, top of the key, near side to go to Tim. In the paint he goes, dishes right. Hansen out on top to Reach again. He's at the post, jump shot put up and good. Brian Reach hits for the first time tonight, and the Blackhawks lead it 13-12. Well, Amery not on track here, and Koppinger trying to come down the left side again is guilty of stepping out of bounds. So a turnover there.
No, he's number 14. The foul's on.
Oh, it's a foul? Okay. I don't know.
Those new glasses just haven't really done the job for you yet.
No, I don't know. We're going to have to look at that one on film because the only thing I saw was the whistle, and he's pointing at the floor. Well, anyway, Koppinger will go to the line. The foul on Jensen. That would be number 2 on him, both coming here in the second quarter. And Matt Koppinger stepping in for the second time. He's 0 for 1. 2 points on the evening. Well, with the first one, he can tie it up. Taking his time, and the shot is on the way. It's going to be good. So Matt Koppinger now with 3 points. And leading the way is Scott the House Jensen with 4. He has a couple from the baseline. They came in the first quarter. 13-13, Amery and Baldwin Woodville. Koppinger taking his time. Second one on the way is going to be good as well. So now Amery with a 1-point lead, and the Blackhawks with the basketball. DeVos in the backcourt. Ball almost taken away by Brotzel. Pulled up by Reach into the front court. They go to Tim. Good defense by Wilhelm. Near side they go. Nadeau. Down the baseline he goes. Tried the shot. Blocked beautifully by the House. What a defensive play by the House. Picked out of the air by Ginter. Given off to Koppinger into the front court for Amery. Given off out to Wilhelm. Left side of the key. Down to the far corner. Brotzel there. Peavy on him. Back out on top. Near side they go to Koppinger. Matt with the basketball. Alley-oops left side. Wilhelm left alone. 3-point attempt on the way and good. And I think that'll be the last time you see Wilhelm left that open.
Yeah, he was absolutely left wide open. It was a nice shot. There was no question. It was all net.
17-13. Amery by 4. The Blackhawks bring her across on the near side. That is DeVos. Right side they go to Reach. Given off. Back out on top. Nadeau goes in the paint. Tries one. No good. Rebound. The House. The House with the rebound. Given off to Wilhelm into the front court. 4:50 to go, first half. To Ginter on the baseline. Out on top, Wilhelm left alone, cannot go. And now we've got a call of 3 seconds. A turnover on the Warriors, and the Blackhawks will have the basketball. Well, the House tying his shoe over there on the right. Now he'll come back down, and play will get underway once again. The inbound pass goes to Nadeau near the timeline. Given off to Tim across on the left side. Now to Reach. And they will set something up as he goes to the right side. Gives off to PV. Give and go. Ball tipped by Brotzel. He's called for the foul. That's number 3. And he'll have to come out of there. Well, I don't know. I think he may have got some hacking in there. He got some basketball too, but tough break for the Amery Warriors as Brotzel comes out. And Lindee and Fredrickson will come back in. And who else is coming out of there? Koppinger.
Brotzel is third.
Well, let's see if the Blackhawks can smell blood here now with Brotzel out of there. But on the other hand, you just love to see him leave Maya Fredrickson alone.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, I guess, as you look at that. It's like you said, it's too bad.
Peavy missed
balls, but they were legit.
Peavy missed on the free throw, and it was a drive of the Blackhawks taken away by Amery. Lindee will bring her down into the front court on the left side. Here's side to go to Wilhelm. Right side of the key. Out on top, Fredrickson. Far side to Matt Lindee. Across the lane, Wilhelm left alone, cannot go. Alley-oops into the big guy. Turnaround by Jensen, in and out. Rebound comes down to DeVos. The Blackhawks will bring her across. It is Reese with the basketball. Top of the key. Right side to go to DeVos. Jump shot on the way is short. Rebound tipped into the hands of Tim. He puts it up there, no good. The House comes down with a rebound. Fast and furious. What a game here from the Blackhawks home court. Lindee comes down, drives the lane. Shot up the glass, no good. Rebound into the hands of DeVos. Right side to go to Reach into the front court for the Blackhawks. 17-13, Amery by 4. He got a lane, got down low inside, tried the shot, no good, but a foul against the big guy, Scott the House Jensen. So the House will pick up number 2. And do we have a timeout? Yes, we do. Timeout called by the Blackhawks.
Falls on Maya Fredrickson instead of the House.
All right, 17-13, Amery by 4. We're back in 1 minute. Once again, everyone, Bill Haig along with Ray Norstead. Brian Reach stepping in for a couple. And the free throw is good. Unbelievable. Well, it hit the top of the backboard, and the referee did not see it. It's going to be a point for Brian Reach. Give him 3. Second one is on the way, and this one good as well. So I'll give him 4. Now it's 17-15. Inbound pass to Lindee. And Matt will bring it across right through the circle. Goes far side to Wilhelm. Lindee near side to Fredrickson. Back out on top, Matt Lindee looking at the big guy. To Wilhelm far side. Brian reach on him. On top, Fredrickson. Wilhelm left alone, cannot go. Goes to the big guy on the baseline. Out on top, Fredrickson. Right side to Lindee. Across to Wilhelm. He's reach gets to him. Jump shot put up by Marcus, and it's no good. But on the rebound, we've got a whistle down low. A foul called down low.
Well on Ginter. Pushing off, getting the rebound.
And Jake will pick up number 2, both coming in the second quarter. That'll bring the ball down to the other end of the court. 17-15, Amery by a couple. With 3:11 to go, as Koppinger will come back in. And Jake Ginter will come out for a rest. By the way, Fredrickson, with the highest percentage in three-pointers for Amery, 43%. Wilhelm with 35, Brotzel with 26, and Lindee with 29%. At the line, it is Tim. He misses. The ball loose on the floor, picked up by Fredrickson, given off to Lindee. Into the front court, Lindee with the basketball for Amery. Comes near side to Fredrickson. Matt with the basketball, or Maya rather. Left side to go to Wilhelm. To Matt Lindee on the far side, and shoots her across to Fredrickson to Wilhelm. He holds on right side of the key, guarded by Tim. Now goes to the big guy at the post, trying to drive the paint, and he cannot get there. Traveling call. Again, the defense of the Blackhawks really working out there.
Well, they're just swarming, and that ball was in the middle. I mean, they just converge and collapse right down on them like they're supposed to do. That's what it's designed to do, and make you shoot from the outside.
17-15 still. Amery clinging to the 2-point lead. The Blackhawks into the front court. Tim, right side they go. That is Divas. To reach, out on top, Tim, and 3-point range cannot go. To reach, bounce pass to Peavy on the baseline. Scoots around the big guy, tries a shot, no good. Rebound tipped around, pulled out of the air by Koppinger. And Matt Koppinger across on the near side for the Amery Warriors. Gives off to Wilhelm, far side to Lindee. Reach on him. The alley-oop to the near side of Fredrickson. Down low they go to Koppinger. Trap put on there, back out to Fredrickson. Dribbles once, goes to the big guy, to Koppinger. Baseline jump shot on the way is good. Boy, you give him time to use that form, and he'll hit it every time.
Well, the Warriors did a good job that time. They took the triangle up over there, and they worked the ball around, and got the good shot, and it went in. 19-15. The Blackhawks in the front court with the basketball. On top, it's Sean Tim, the freshman. Right side to go to reach. Fredrickson on him. Out on top again to Tim. To Nato. Almost had it taken away. To reach, far corner. Well, they're trying to open up something down low. This time they come over here to the near corner. Peavy. Almost taken away by Wilhelm. Out of bounds to the Blackhawks near the Amery bench. Marcus really working tonight. 19-15 still. Amery by 4. 1:36 to go in this, the first half. Matt Davis will throw it in. It goes to Sean Tim, guarded by Matt Lindee. Right side, reach. On top, Tim. At the free throw line, Peavy. Near side, Davis. On top to Tim again. Right side to go to reach. Drives down low, can't get there. And a foul called on Maya Fredrickson. So Maya will pick up number 3. And at the line will be Brian Reach again. He is 2 out of 2. 4 points on the evening. And with 1:22 to go in the first half, Amery leading Baldwin Woodville 19-15. The free throw by Reach is good, so 3 in a row. Give him 5 points. And he now has a chance to move his team to within 2. Well, it's some time before he gets the basketball. Now he gets it, and he whips it around behind and puts it up, and it's good. So Reach 4 out of 4. It's now 19-17. Fredrickson to throw it in. It goes to Wilhelm. Back to Fredrickson. And the Blackhawks back off as Lindee comes across on the near side. To Fredrickson. Lindee. Fredrickson top of the key, far side, Wilhelm. He faked the three-pointer. Needs help. Whips it across the lane. Fredrickson waiting. Three-pointer attempt on the way, no good. Did not take his time. And on the rebound, somebody coming over the top of Peavy will be called for a foul. Wilhelm or Koppinger. Koppinger.
And Matthew. Oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. They better get that changed right away. I hope they've got that in the Okay, it's Koppinger now. That's number 2 on Matt. That would be a good trick.
Yeah.
19-17, Amery by 2 with 1:03 to go in the half, and Peavy at the line. Missed the last time. And he misses this time. He's 0 for 3, gets his own rebound. Hansen back in there. Or check that, Berg rather. Gives off the reach to Berg. Out on top, reach again. Blackhawks in the front court. Devos to reach to Peavy. Right side to Berg. Taken away by Wilhelm. Marcus into the front court. Drives down low, pulls up, gives off to Lindee. The Warriors with the basketball in the front court. Wilhelm gets it back on the far side. He goes to Koppinger, looking at the big guy down low. Still looking. Steps in, goes back out to Wilhelm. 29 seconds to go to close out the half. To Fredrickson, right side. Dribbles once. Alley-oops, far side to Wilhelm. Fredrickson gets it back. 20 seconds to go. Near side to come to Lindee. Matt, one dribble, looking at the big guy. Goes to the free throw line to Wilhelm, far side. Back out on top, Fredrickson. To Wilhelm. Left alone, did not go. Now drives in, got a screen, jump shot on the way. Good by Wilhelm. 8 points for Marcus Wilhelm. 3 seconds to go. 2 in the backcourt. Berg will not get a shot off, and the half will come to a close. Amery will go to the locker room, leading Baldwin Woodville 21-17. Back to talk about it after this 2-minute timeout. Welcome back to the one. Bill Haig along with Ray Norton and Mike Jensen. Halftime here. Both teams taking their halftime warm-ups after their chats in the locker room. And let's tell you quickly, Marcus Wilhelm, 8 points in that first half. He picked up 1 foul. Gabe Brotzel with 3 points, 3 fouls. Matt Koppinger, 6 points, 2 fouls. Jake Ginter, no points, 2 fouls. Scott Jensen with 4 points, 1 foul. Coming off the bench, Matt Lindee, no points, no fouls. And Maya Fredrickson with no points and 2 fouls. Looking at the Blackhawks, Sean Tim, 4 points and 2 fouls. Brian Reach with 6 points, 1 foul. Matt Devos with 2 points, 1 foul. Scott Peavy with 2 points and no fouls. Coming off the bench, or check that, Brian Nadeau, the other starter, with 3 points and 1 foul. Off the bench, Gary Hansen, no points, 2 fouls. And Jesse Berg with no points and no fouls. Amery by 1, 10-9 after 1, and again they lead it by 4, 21-17 here at halftime. Well, let's see which team responds to the coaching here in the second half. Coach Steve Wilhelm made it a point to bring the clipboard down into the locker room, and we'll have to wait and see now. It would not be the first time that Coach Steve Wilhelm has figured something out on the blackboard and watched it work, watched it sink into his players in the locker room, and watched them respond to it here in play. Amery will have the first possession. Inbound pass to Brotzel with 3 fouls. Goes right side to Koppinger. To Brotzel. Near side Wilhelm. 3-point attempt on the way, no good. Rebound loose and chased down by Koppinger on the far side. To Ginter on the baseline, far corner. Jake out on top of Brotzel. Drives, gives off Ginter. Baseline shot on the way, good. Ginter hits for the first time, and Avery now leads at 23-17. Reach will drive her down into the front court on the near side for the Blackhawks. Goes to the free throw line, bounce pass, and loose, and out of bounds. It'll be Amery's basketball as Devos could not handle it going in the lane. A turnover on the Blackhawks, and Amery will get it back. Full court pressure. Amery will break it easily. Into the front court, right side. Ginter took it from Wilhelm down to the far corner. Alley-oops to the big guy. He loads up, goes back to Ginter. He drives in, tries him off the glass. It is no good. And the rebound comes down to Nadeau. And Ginter called for a foul on the rebound. Number 3 on Jake Ginter. So the Blackhawks will have to throw it in from the baseline. 23-17, Amery by 6, just underway in the second quarter.
Watch that in the replay, because I'm sure that ball was halfway down the cylinder and came back out.
Unbelievable. I was ready to mark 2 in the book, and it just would not go. Reach will bring it across for the Blackhawks after the foul. Near side, they go to Devos. Looking in, looking at Tim. Now they go to Nadeau. From the free throw line, jump shot put up, missed rebound, Wilhelm. Marcus took it away from Gabe Brotzel. And Marcus will bring it across for Amery. Goes to the top of the key, right side to Gabe. They're on him immediately. Down to the baseline to Ginter. Out on top, Marcus. Near side to Koppinger. In. There's Ginter. He tries a shot. No good. Tipped up by the house. No good. Out of bounds it goes. It'll be Blackhawk basketball. And you got to wonder where the call was on that shot.
Yeah, I don't know where the call was.
They missed one there, but we'll let it go. The Blackhawks will throw it in. It will be reached to do so. Full court pressure by Amery. And the inbound pass goes to Hansen. He races into the front court, goes down low, tries it off the glass, no good. The rebound to Ginter. To Wilhelm. Into the front court on the right side for the Amery Warriors, leading by 6. To the house, down low, Koppinger there. Bounce pass right side, Ginter could not go. Now he tries it again, tipped by Nato. He pulls it out of the air. Beautiful defensive play. The Blackhawks into the front court. On the near side, Hansen pulls up, tries it for a couple, no good. It hits the back of the backboard. This time they saw it. And it'll be Amery's basketball. 23-17, Amery by 6. Inbound pass to Koppinger to Wilhelm. Right side, Ginter into the front court. They do it the same each time. Ginter goes down to the baseline. Back out to Brotzel. Three-point attempt on the way, good. 3 points by Brotzel. With that, give him 6. And Amery extends their lead now, 26-17. It'll be Hansen to bring it across for the Blackhawks. Left side, they go reach. Holding on to the basketball, guarded by Wilhelm. Now they go to Nato. Right side, given down low. That is Divas. He gets between the defense, tries it off the glass. It's good, and he draws the foul. Well, give Divas credit. He stayed with it. He got to 2 points, and he'll go to the line trying for the three-point play. It'll be the big guy.
And the house didn't like it.
Number 2 on the house. 26-19, Amery by 7. And Divas with a chance to make it a 6-point game. Divas with 4, as Fredrickson getting ready to come in for Amery. And I believe Berg getting ready for the Blackhawks. The free throw, no good. Rebound pulled down by Brotzel. Gabe whips her into the front court to Wilhelm. Left alone momentarily. Now goes to Ginter. Underneath the guy. The big guy got it, missed it. He'll try it again. It's good. Well, when it's one-on-one, there's no stopping the big guy inside as Jensen has 6 now. And it's 28-19. Amery by 9. Reith brings it across. Goes far side to Nadeau. Left alone momentarily. Alley-oops near side. That is Hansen. He'll try it for 3, and it is good for 2. They say he stepped on the line. What a nice shot by Gary Hansen, his first in the ball game. It's 28-21, Amery by 7. Wilhelm across, going to the right side, picked up by Tim. Still over there with the basketball and still dribbling. Now goes to Koppinger, coming up from the baseline. He tried to drive around Divas, and Divas will be called for a foul. That would be number 2 on him. Peavy is getting ready to come back in. And let's see who he's coming in for. Maya Fredrickson checking in for Amery. Ginter will come out of there. Divas out of there for the Blackhawks. And as I mentioned, Peavy back in. Koppinger will throw it in from across the way. Hansen will put the pressure on the inbound pass. Quickly to Wilhelm. High on the right side, picked up by Tim. Goes to Fredrickson. Peavy on him. To Koppinger. Trying to go down low to the big guy. Nice defensive block by the Blackhawks. They pick it out of the air. Into the front court quickly. Hansen with a behind-the-back pass, and he shot put up a no-good rebound, pulled down by Brotzel. Wow, this Hansen's really fly. Brotzel comes down, got an avenue, tried the shot, no good. Rebound tipped out by Fredrickson, pulled away by Jensen. Fredrickson down. And an injury to Maya Fredrickson in the lane. We've got a timeout on the floor as they attend to him. Let's go back for a 30-second timeout. And Maya Fredrickson is carried off the floor, apparently an injury to his right knee. Would you concur, Ray Norris?
No, his ankle.
His ankle, okay.
The same ankle he sprained here, remember, a week ago? 2 weeks ago.
That's right, okay. Amery will throw it in from the far side. It goes to Wilhelm, and Ginter back in there, replacing Maya Fredrickson. Koppinger has it at the free throw line, gets in the paint, jump shot put up and good, and he's fouled. Well, I'll tell you, Koppinger looks like he has wings that time, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He has some excellent moves under that basket. He's just got those real quick feet and can go to that basket when he wants. He just turns it on and can sail in the air, too.
The foul is on Gary Hansen, number 3 on him. Matt Lindee coming back in for Amery. And Marcus Wilhelm will get a rest. I don't know, how do you read the look on Marcus when he looked over at the bench? Was he looking to come out or what? Or did he just say, well, it must be me? I don't know if he wanted to rest or not, but he's out of there. Lindee back in. Koppinger trying for the three-point play. 30-21, Amery by 9. And the free throw by Matt is on the way and good. So Koppinger now with 9 points. It's a 10-point game, Amery with their biggest lead. Ryan reached to bring it down, picked up by Lindee as he crosses the timeline right through the circle. Goes to Nadeau and hands off far side. Back to Nadeau at the post, does not go. Now drives down to the baseline. Got through the defense, tries it off the glass and good. Wow, he worked hard and muscled that one through.
Absolutely. It was a good move on his part and tough defense on him all the way, too.
Nadeau with 5 points now. It's 31-23, Amery by 8. Lindee called for traveling. Well, he couldn't get by the defender, tried to pull up, then he was dragging that right foot. And so a turnover there, and the Blackhawks now with a chance to move a little closer to the Warriors. Reach takes the inbound pass, picked up by Lindee, goes left side. Far corner, that is Tim. Nadeau got by him, he chases it down top of the key. Needs help. Now he drives left side down the lane and tipped by the house, and they'll call him for a foul. They call the house for a foul. That would be number 3 on the big guy for the Amery Warriors. And somebody should be going to the line on this one.
You haven't decided who's going to shoot him yet.
But it'll be Gary Hansen, number 14. I was just going to say that's the only call you can make, given the contact out there. It certainly wasn't a body check that I could see. Hansen will step in. Well, it was in the act of shooting anyway, so he'll be shooting too. 31-23 Amery. And Hansen puts it through. So coming off the bench, Hansen looking very good here. 3 points. And it's now 31-24. Amery's lead cut to 7. Hansen to try it again. The second one is good as well. So give him 4. And now it's 31-25. The lead cut to 6. Lindee will bring it across through the circle for the Amery Warriors into the front court. Goes right side to Koppinger. He's taking a look, drives the baseline, pull-up jump shot on the way and good. Koppinger muscles one again, and Koppinger now with 11. Tim into the front court with the basketball. To Reach, drives in the paint, stops at the post, and traveling called on Reach as he got tied up with Matt Lindee. And Mike Johansson coming in for the first time for the Amery Warriors, and the house coming out of there. Amery's basketball as Lindee will bring her down with 3:13 to go third quarter. 33-25, Amery by 8. Johansson gets his hands on the basketball for the first time, guarded by Peavy. Dribbles once out on top to Lindee. Looking at Ginter. Now to Koppinger. Tried to get a screen in the lane, could not do so. He gives off to Lindee. Set shot, no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Brotzel. Lost it in the lane, chased down by Hansen. The Blackhawks with the basketball to Reach. Reach will come across on the near side. Goes in the paint. Tried to go right side. Taken away by Johansson. Amery's basketball back the other way. Lindee into the front court, high on the left side. And content to stay out there. Now moves to the top of the key. Tim on him. Right side to go to Koppinger. Looking at Ginter. He gets the ball. Jake will clear it out on top to Brotzel. Gabe with the basketball. 2:26 to go in the quarter. Has to move it. Right side to go to Koppinger. Hansen on him. He drives in, gets loose in the paint. Shot put up, no good. Rebound pulled down nicely by Nadeau. Cleared out on the left side. Hansen into the front court to Tim. Three-point attempt on the way. Good. The freshman hits from the outside. Give him 7. It's now 33-28. Amery's lead cut to 5. Koppinger into the front court. At the free throw line, pulls up. Back to Brotzel. Three-point attempt. Missed rebound. Reach drives against Brotzel. On the near side, fadeaway on the way is going to be no good. And the rebound somehow pulled away by Tim, and a foul called down low. It was all white jerseys except for the freshman, and he comes away with the basketball. And have they called Brotzel? No, it's Matt Lindee. Matt Lindee called for the first time. But how in the world did Sean Tim come down with that rebound?
Yeah, I can't believe that either. There was 4 white jerseys and 1 black one, and he was in the middle, and he got the ball.
33-28 still. The Blackhawks trailing by 5. A minute 51 to go in the third quarter, and the Blackhawks will throw it in from the baseline. Inbound pass, let's see. Out high goes to Nadeau. They just got it in. Now to Reach, who came up from the baseline. Right side of the key, guarded by Wilhelm. Down low, Divas was loose, and it got by him out of bounds on the baseline. Tough break for the Blackhawks because Divas was shooting before he got his hands on a nice pass.
Well, he was wide open over there, and they finally found him and got the ball to him. And as you mentioned, he just took his eyes off it to look at the basket and went out of bounds.
Lindee brings it across after the turnover. Gets by Tim. Baseline or free throw line shot, no good, but Tim called for the foul coming over the back. Nice move by Matt Lindee. And Sean Tim, who was beaten, well, I don't know what his intentions were, emotional, I guess, but he got beat good by Lindee. Lindee does not make the shot, but he'll go to the line shooting a couple. Hansen back in there for the Blackhawks. 33-28. Amery by 5. Lindee at the line. And the first one no good. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Lindee has not scored tonight. 0 for 1 from the line. Matt Lindee to try it again. The second one is good. Went in, came back out, and rolled back in. 34-28, Amery by 6. A minute 28 to go as Reach brings her across. They go to Divas. Right side of the key. Now back the other way to Hansen. Far corner to Reach. Inside to Nadeau. Drives down low. And he's hacked by the house. Well, you can't argue that call. The house has just picked up number 4. He'll have to come out of there. And Ginter will be coming back in.
That's too bad because I think it was really a good block. It's one of those situations that you have to call it. Like you say, it's tough to do that. But I really think he got all ball up in the air.
A minute 15 to go in the quarter. 34-28, Amery by 6, and Brian Nadeau can whittle away at that lead once again here. He'll be shooting a couple. And the first one on the way is going to be no good. That one got away from him, I would have to believe. The way it came off his, I think it just slipped off his fingers onto his palm and just ricocheted up there. Let's see how he does on the second one. The second one, a little more touch to it. No good. Rebound comes down to Koppinger. Into the front court. Almost had it taken away. Gives off to Lindee. Takes a look at the clock. A minute 10 to go. To Wilhelm. Right side of the key, guarded by Reach. Inside to go to Ginter. Stripped of the basketball. And it's going to be a foul called on Devos. Matt Devos called for the third time tonight. And Ginter got hacked by somebody good there. They call it on Devos, and Amery will have it from the baseline. The 14th foul on the Blackhawks. Inbound pass goes to Koppinger. Loose on the baseline. Jump shot partially deflected. Picked out of the air by Peavy. Given off to Reach. And Bryan across with less than a minute to go in the quarter. Left side they go to Devos. Takes the three-pointer, or a pass inside rather. Goes to Nadeau. On top, Hansen. Back the other way, Devos. Guarded by Wilhelm. To Hansen, near side. Lindee on him. Back the other way. Down to the corner, Nadeau. On the baseline, cannot go. Johansson back in there on him. Now, left side. To Nadeau again. Drives against Johansson. Cut off, and he throws the ball away. It'll be over and back on the Blackhawks. Well, he threw it out on top. Felt he had to get rid of it, and there's no black jerseys there. It goes into the front court for the Amery Warriors, so it's over and back. And Amery may have the final shot here to close out the third quarter.
I'll give credit to Johansson that time. He did a good job with the defense moving his feet and cutting off that lane, and that's what created the bad pass.
Well, if Mike Johansson has anything, it is maturity, no doubt about that. And here the Warriors have it in the front court. Koppinger right side. Gives off to Wilhelm with 10 seconds to go. Now on top, Lindee. Near side, Koppinger to Ginter. Driving the baseline. He puts it up. No good. Rebound to Nadeau from the backcourt. His shot will be no good. Time runs out. And after 3, Amery leads it 34-28 back in a minute. Well, the fourth quarter underway. The Blackhawks with the basketball. Hansen takes the inbound. Goes to Tim. Nadeau. Out on top, Hansen. He dribbles once. Pulls up. Goes to Nadeau, looking at Peavy down low. Now he gets the bounce pass. Peavy puts it up. No good. Rebound tipped around, and Ginter survives on the baseline with a rebound. Well, that's a tough break for the Blackhawks. They would have loved to have had 2 points there. 34-28, Amery by 6. That was our third quarter score. And as Lindee tries to go down low to Ginter, it's kicked by Sean Tim and out of bounds to the Amery Warriors on the baseline. What about our listeners tonight, Ray Norstedt?
Well, we've got to say hi up there to Dad once again, one of our great backers back home listening, and also to Mike Johansson's grandma, both of them over at Evergreen listening tonight.
Very good. We say hello to you and a special hi there, and we welcome all of our listeners here on WXCE Radio Sports. Quite a contest going on here at Baldwin, rather. Amery in the front court, and before Brotzel can try and turn around in the lane, we've got a call down low. It could be Reach. Brian Reach with the call, and that is the case, and that would be number 2 on him. The 6th it's the 15th foul on the Blackhawks. So both teams with 5 here in the second half. 34-28 still, Amery's ball. Inbound pass, Brotzel. Baseline jump shot put up and good. Wow, this kid can shoot if you give him a little room.
Well, there was absolutely no question about that one. Just nice form and put it up nice and easily.
As you mentioned that, Amery with a steal. Wilhelm goes to Lindee. Left-handed layup is good by Lindee. And Amery trying to get warmed up here. And now timeout called by the Blackhawks. 38-28, Amery by 10. We're back in 1 minute. Bill Haig along with Ray Norstead. Glad to have you along. After the timeout, inbound pass to Hansen to Tim, who races into the front court. He'll challenge, goes down low. Nato got loose underneath, could not hit the shot. Rebound tipped out to Wilhelm. Tough break for the Blackhawks. They had it set up nicely, but Nato could not capitalize.
Well, it was an excellent block by Gabe Brotzel.
And as you mentioned that, we alley-oop down to Brotzel, taken away by the Blackhawks. Into the front court, the lead pass way too long for Sean Tim. Well, the coach hates to see him waste a possession there, and Reach can't believe he did it. And now the basketball, well, I was just going to say, did it go behind is waiting for a curtain call, but they retrieve it. Howard Ott over there, the principal, helping out. So the Warriors will bring it across. Matt Lindee. Alley-oops to Brotzel, almost too high in the lane, has to go, puts it up, a short rebound, Nato. The Blackhawks with the basketball. Hansen across on the near side. Gives off the Reach across. Back to Hansen, right side of the key, guarded by Lindee. Trying to go down low. Peavy was open, not waiting for the basketball. And Brotzel jumps up on the stage to retrieve the basketball. It wasn't Howard Ott this time. He's married to Margaret Whitlark, by the way, from Amery. And the Warriors to bring it across. Lindee drives down to the baseline. Jump shot off the glass is good. Lindee on fire here, putting some spark in the Amery attack. Give him 5. 40-28, Amery with their biggest lead of 12. The Blackhawks with some good passing, but no shots on basket. Nato drives in the lane, has the ball stripped by Lindee, and a foul called on Nato. Well, it was an unfortunate steal as from the point of view of Nato. He just cannot believe it happened. Quick hands and quick movement by Lindee. And I assume they called the foul on Nato. Am I correct or not?
Yeah, I think they did. Well, it should have been called on him because he grabbed him from behind. No question about it.
All right. It is Nato called for the foul. Well, I knew it was a foul out there. Just want to make sure they got it sorted out right here after a little razzle-dazzle. Everything hopefully is fine out there, and the inbound pass goes to Wilhelm. Marcus will bring it across through the circle, picked up by Hansen. Dribbles around him, goes right side, and he shoves Hansen out of the way.
Yeah, good call.
Yep, good call by the referee. And Marcus will pick up just number 2. 40-28, Amery by 12, 5:29 to go in the ball game.
That one you'll be able to see in the TV pretty well, I think. Marcus had his forearm out there just kind of driving him back, and you can't do that.
That's not the first time this year he's done that either. Inbound pass to Tim. Sean whips her into the front court, left side to Hansen, back to Tim, top of the key. To Hansen, far corner, that's Reach. Hansen, Tim, three-point attempt on the way is good. And a foul on Lindee. Number 4 on, check that. Number 2 on Matt Lindee. Sean Tim hits for 3. That's 10 for him. And Amery calling for a timeout. 40-31, Amery by 9. We're back in 1 minute. After the timeout, preceded by the three-pointer by Tim, he's at the line and hits the front end.
You mentioned he's a really cool ball player out there for only a freshman and does a good job for him.
He has a chance for a 5-point play here. The second one is on the way, and it is good. What a trip down the floor for the Blackhawks. 40-33, Amery by 7. A lot of time to go in this game as Lindee will bring her down. The House on the bench with 4 fouls. Lindee pulls up in the dribble, needs help. Gets it off to Koppinger, and Peavy all over him. Scott Peavy called for the foul, number 1 on him. The 17th foul in the Blackhawks, and the House will be coming back in now as Koppinger will go to the line shooting 1-1. Lindee will come out for a well-deserved rest.
Once again, he's done a good job coming off the bench and helping out the Warriors.
Well, he really came into his own probably a game and a half into the season and has just played superbly throughout. Koppinger at the line. 11 points on the night. And the free throw on the way is good. So give him 12. He is 4 out of 5 tonight. And a chance to put in his 5th free throw and give Amery an 8-point lead. Check that. The free throw is good. Bounced around and fell through. It is a 9-point lead. The Blackhawks into the front court. Sean Tim. Bounce pass to Nadeau in the lane. Left side to go to Hansen, and 3-point range does not go. Guarded by Brotzel. Far corner to Reach. To Hansen. He'll take it for 3. A high archer is good by Hansen. Well, they left him alone, and he hit it for 3. And now it's 42-36. Amery's lead cut to 6 points. 4:39 to go in the game. As Wilhelm will bring it down for the Amery Warriors. Goes to Brotzel, far side. Gave with the basketball on top to Koppinger. Peavy took it away momentarily, or slapped it away. Picked up by Koppinger. And he drives against him. Stripped by Hansen. Hansen into the front court. Here comes the lunging layup. Missed. Rebound pulled down by Ginter.
Good rebound by Ginter. He went up there. Nobody was going to take that one away from him.
Amery dodges one there. Koppinger gives off to Brotzel near side. Out on top to Wilhelm. Marcus with the basketball comes near side to the House. On top, Koppinger. Fakes, goes to the lane. Ginter wanted to go to the House. Now will take it inside himself. Gets down low. Tries the layup. It's good. Nice play by Ginter. Give him 4. 44-36. It's an 8-point game for the Amery Warriors as Sean Tim will bring her into the front court. The Blackhawks with the basket go far side to Scott Peavy. To Sean Tim. Fakes. Goes to the corner. 2-point jump shot on the way and good. Sean Tim with 14 points. It's 44-38. Amery by 6. Wilhelm with the basketball. Into the front court through the circle with the dribble. Now gets a screen, drives down the baseline, tipped by Peavy, and he comes from out of bounds to get the basketball to the Amery on the far side. Well, the Blackhawks not giving up. Boy, I don't know just how you want to sit back and characterize this game, but the Amery Warriors calling timeout now. They lead at 44-38. We're back in 1 minute. Along with Ray Norstead. 3:20 to go after the timeout by Amery. The inbound pass to Wilhelm. Tim all over him on the far side of the court. Marcus goes to the House. To Brotzel, top of the key. Looking at the House. Right side to go to Wilhelm. On top, Koppinger left alone. Takes a 3-pointer. Comes near side to the House. Ginter was there. Could not go to him. Right side to go to Brotzel. They'll try it again. He'll drive down toward the corner. And before he gets to a reach, is called for a foul. Well, they'll call him for a reach. And it'll be Brotzel at the line shooting 1-1.
Is that a pun intended with that one?
Well, I mean, take a look at the foul. I mean, really not a whole lot of contact. And and really what happened had absolutely no bearing on the play at all.
Yeah, it was a reach. You're right.
So 44-38. And it is Brotzel at the line shooting 1-1. The first one no good. Rebound, Nadeau. Nadeau pulls her down. The Blackhawks with the basketball. Reach across on the left side. Wilhelm on him. Whips it to Peavy in 3-point range. He drives to the free throw line. Gives off left side to Hansen. Hansen with the basketball to Peavy. Near side to Tim. He drives in the lane. Loops one up there off the glass. No good in the House. Muscles a rebound away from everybody. Whips her out to Koppinger into the front court quickly. Down to the baseline. Does not go. Needs help. He'll take the shot off the glass. Good. Koppinger hits from the near side.
That was an important basket right there for the Warriors.
46-38. Amery by that much. The Blackhawks in the front court. Hansen on the near side, right side of the key. Gives off to Peavy, near corner. To Tim. Three-point attempt, partially blocked by Koppinger. Out of bounds off the hands of the house. And out of bounds to the Blackhawks, who are calling timeout. Amery leads it by 8, 46-38. As they talk things over, let's go back for a 30-second timeout. Again, everyone, 46-38. Amery leading with 2:07 to go. The Blackhawks will have it from under their own hoop. Near side to Hansen. Fadeaway jump shot, good. Nice shot by Hansen. And this kid can play basketball. He's quite an athlete. With that, give him 9 points. 6-point lead for Amery as Koppinger comes across on the right side. Splits the defense. Dishes right. Brotzel with a set shot. In and out. Rebound. Ginter on the baseline. Will muscle it up there. No good. The house will try. Off the glass. No good. And a foul underneath. Good rebound by the house a couple of times. And Ginter did well to get the shot off. And who's the foul on and who's going to the free throw line?
Well, I think the house is going to the free throw line. 32.
Peavy commits the foul. That's number 2 on him as we see it from here. And the house will be going to the line. A tough break for the Blackhawks. 1:46 to go in the game, and the house can add some cushion here. The free throw is on the way, and it is short off the front of the rim. Jensen with 6 points and has done fairly well from the line. We'll try it again. The second one is on the way. This one's good. So the Blackhawks now trailing by 7 will bring her across. Reach into the front court. Gives off to Nadeau, looking down low. Gives off to Reach. He drives. Baseline shot put up. Missed. Rebound. Wilhelm. Amery's basketball. Marcus gets a screen from the house. Into the front court. Comes near side to Koppinger. Devos on him. Drives down to the baseline. Comes back out. Gives out high to Brotzel. Gabe Brotzel with the basketball. The Koppinger right side. Devos on him. In the far corner to Wilhelm. Marcus against Tim. And they're all over him. Has to go. And 5 seconds called. Nobody came to the rescue. And Coach T. Wilhelm cannot believe that one. It was a good call by the referee. He cannot believe his team's play. 47-40. Reach across. They get another chance. At the top of the key comes near side to Devos. In the lane he goes. Bounce pass far side to Nadeau. He does not go. I can't believe it. Now takes it from the corner. The shot no good, and the house comes down with a rebound. And Devos on the back commits the foul. Number 4 on Devos. And, well, you have to question Brian Nadeau over there. He had good position and then did not go, then backed up and took the shot from farther out.
Well, I just can't believe that they're, first of all, down here the last time, and their friends were even yelling. They need to foul somebody. You know, when there's a minute to go and you're behind by 7 points, you got to get the ball back.
51.9. That's the time remaining. As the house will put one up from the line. It is in and out. Rebound pulled down by Reach. The clock is running. Reach on the left side. Goes to Devos. 2-point shot from the corner. No good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Koppinger. He races into the front court before he gets down low. A foul on Reach. Brian Reach has been called for the 4th time tonight. And Koppinger will go to the line shooting 1-1. And the Blackhawks will call timeout. Amery leads at 47-40. We're back in 30 seconds. Look at the scoreboard. 38.9 seconds to go in the game. And Matt Koppinger will be stepping in for a 1-1. So an excellent chance for Amery to add to the cushion. And Ray, you and I had a comment or two while we took that commercial break. It would be nice to up that free throw line percentage.
Absolutely. I mean, if House makes the last 2, you got a 9-point lead. Now you got a chance to go to 11, and it's, you know, for sure all over but the shouting at that point. But you miss this, they can come down and make a couple threes, and they're right back in it.
Our free throw percentage shooting on the year is 60%, way below what it should be. Taking a look at Koppinger, his free throw percentage 58% on the year, 28 out of 48 prior to tonight's ball game. His free throw is on the way, and it is good. So Koppinger has done well from the line. He has 6 in a row and is 6 out of 7. And 16 points on the evening. 48-40 Amery. Koppinger's free throw is good again. So 7 in a row. And now with 38 seconds to go, the Blackhawks into the front court. Sean Tim tries it for three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Nadeau. Baseline shot put up no good, but a foul on Marcus Wilhelm. Marcus called for the third time tonight. Nadeau will go to the line. He'll be shooting a couple. That stops the clock with 31 seconds to go. 49-40. Amery by 9 points. Well, the Blackhawks would have loved to have had this one. Not saying they aren't going to get it, but Amery, I would say, feeling a little more comfortable at this point. The 9-point lead and only 31 seconds to go, and Nadeau missing on the front end of his free throw. 5 points on the evening. He's 0 for 3. Or check that, 1 out of 4 from the line. The second one is good. So give him 6. Inbound pass to Wilhelm, and he's fouled immediately by Sean Tim. So Tim will pick up number 4, bring the ball down to the other end of the court, where Marcus Wilhelm will step in. And Wilhelm shooting 77% from the free throw line. And that is the best as far as the Amery Warriors are concerned. So Marcus, 37 out of 48 prior to tonight's ball game. And this will be his first trip tonight. And he wastes no time putting the first one through. So with that, 9 points for Marcus. And it is 50-41. Amery back to a 9-point lead. The second one by Wilhelm on the way, good as the first one was. And now it's 51-41. The clock is rolling, 26 seconds to go. Reach into the front court, goes to Vivas. Three-point attempt rifled up there, no good. And it will be left alone by Brotzel, out of bounds in the corner to Amery. And the Warriors will throw it in with 20 seconds to go. They'll have to take it coast to coast here. Brotzel will throw it in. And it goes to Koppinger. They'll check that Lindee back in there. He's fouled at half court by Hansen. So Gary Hansen will pick up number 4. Matt Lindee will go to the free throw line. And Lindee doing quite well, 15 out of 20, 75% on the year. Matt Lindee is 1 out of 2 tonight, 5 points on the evening. And again, with a 10-point lead, he will step in with 17.1 seconds to go. And the free throw on the way is good. So Lindee now with 6 points, 2 out of 3 tonight. Amery leads at 52-41. Well, the Bloomer Blackhawks coming to town Tuesday night.
Revenge night.
A second one is good by Lindee as well. Give him 7. 53-41. Reach into the front court. Three-point attempt.